Good day, I am Borja from Bsit 103. For today's video, we are going to answer the activities in Chapter 1. First, the network component, representation and function, and devices. Intermediary devices and network media. Let's see if my answer is correct or wrong. And this is the second one. We are going to drag the network component function to its device category. First, the end devices. So let's check if it is correct or wrong again. We are going to drag the network component function to its device category. This one is laptop, IP phone, wireless tablet, desktop computer, printer, and telepresence endpoint. We are going to move on intermediary devices. This one is firewall appliance, LAN switch, router. This is LAN switch. This is the router. This is the wireless router and multi-layer switch. So let's move on network media. This one is WAN media. This is wireless media and LAN media. So let's see if my answers are correct or wrong. All of them are correct, so I will explain. End devices, a source of destination in a network system. For example, a user's PC is an end device and so is a server. Network switches, routers, and other equipment work in between to enable messages to travel from one end devices to another. Intermediary devices. It is interconnect end devices. These devices provide connectivity and work behind the scenes to ensure the data flows across the network. Intermediary devices connect the individual host to the network and can connect multiple individual networks to form an inter-network. Network media. It refers to the communication channels used to interconnect nodes on a computer network. Typical example of network media include copper coaxial cable, twisted pair cables, and optical fiber cable used in wired networks and radio waves used in wireless data communication networks. The examples of end devices are desktop computer, printer, telepresence endpoint, IP phone, laptop, and wireless tablet. So first, I will explain the desktop computer. It houses the physical hardware that makes a computer run and connects to input devices such as the monitor, keyboard, and mouse. Users interact with desktop computers are commonly used in the enterprise as well in the consumer use cases such as gaming. A laptop is a personal computer that is small enough to sit in person's lap and is designed for mobile uses. Also called notebooks, laptops are smaller, thinner, and lighter than most desktop PCs. And as of 2011, many laptops included powerful capabilities that rival the desktops. A printer is a device that accepts text and graphic output from a computer and transfer the information to paper, usually to standard size sheets of paper. IP phone or voice over IP technologies for placing and transmitting telephones calls over an IP network, such as the internet, instead of the traditional public switched phone network or PSTN. A tablet PC is a portable personal computer equipped with a touchscreen as a primary input devices. Generally, tablet PCs have an integrated wireless adapter for connecting to the internet and local networks and Bluetooth for transferring data over data distances. The Telepresence endpoint is the first introduced in October 2006. It is a range of products developed by Cisco Systems designed to link two physically separated rooms so they resemble a single conference room regardless of location. So let's move on the example of intermediary devices. First is the firewall appliances, and second is LAN switch, router, wireless, and multi-layer switch. A wireless router connects directly to a modem by a cable. This allows it to receive information and transmit information to the internet. The router then creates and communicates with your home Wi-Fi network using built-in antennas. A network switch is used to connect computers and others to a wired local network. A multi-layer switch is a network device that has the ability to operate at the higher layers of the OSI reference model. A firewall is a simple design to prevent unauthorized access to or from a private network. Application of wireless communication involve security systems, television, remote control, Wi-Fi, cell phones, and etc. Typically, devices connect to a LAN through coaxial cable, twisted pair wire, or fiber optic cables. One media are used to connect LANs and other types of networks together so that other users and computers in one location can communicate with users and computer in other local location. And that is the example of network media. The second activity in chapter 1 is entitled Reliable Networks. The instructions is select the appropriate column to identify the network architecture requirement to which its characteristic or feature belongs. Before I start, I will explain the fault tolerance, scalability, quality of service, and security. First, the expectation is that the internet is always available to the millions of users who rely on it. This requires a network architecture that is built to be fault tolerant. A fault tolerant network is one that limits the effect of a failure so that the fewest number of devices are affected by it. Scalability is an attribute that describes the ability of a process, network software, or organization to grow and manage increased demand. A system or software that is described as scalable has an advantage because it is more adaptable to the changing needs for demands of its user or clients. Quality of service refers to the capability of a network to provide better service to selected network traffic over various technologies including frame, relay, essential to network design is the security architecture that describes the network segmentation and security, access control, intrusion prevention, and content inspection. So let's start. Network should always be available. I think this is fault tolerance. Priority queues are implemented when demand for network bandwidth exceeds supply. I think it is quality of service. Business and personal network equipment must be protected. It is insecurity. Developing a plan for priority queuing is a strategy for quality delivery of information. This is quality of service. Business and personal data must be protected. It is insecurity. Networks can grow or expand with minimal impact on performance. This is scalability. Data can travel through more than one route for delivery from a remote source. This is fault tolerance, and the last R is common network standards allow hardware and software vendors to focus on product improvements and services. This is scalability. Let's check if it is correct. All of them are correct. The last activity in chapter 1 is network security terminology. The instruction is drag the security term to the correct definition. An attack which allows down or crashes equipment and program. This is denial of service. Creates a secure connection for remote workers. This is VPN. Blocks unauthorized access to your network. This is firewall. Network attack that occurs on the first day that a vulnerability becomes known. This is zero day and arbitrary code running on user devices. This is virus, worm, or Trojan horse. So let's check if my answer is all correct. All of them are correct, so I will explain this. Denial of service or DOS attacks is an attack meant to shut down a machine or network, making it inaccessible to its intended user. VPN or virtual private network allows you to create a secure connection to another network over the internet. Firewall. Generally, the firewall has two network interface, one of the external side of the network, one for the internal side. Its purpose is to control what traffic is allowed to traverse from one another to another. So, 0 day refers to the fact that the developers have 0 days to fix the problem that has just been exposed and perhaps already exploited by hackers. Virus, worm, or Trojan horse. The most common blunder people make when the topic of a computer virus arises is to refer to a worm or Trojan horses as a virus. While the word Trojan, worm, and virus are often used interchangeably, they are not the same. Viruses, worms, and Trojan horses are all malicious programs that can cause damage to your computer, but there are differences among the three. And knowing those differences can help you better protect your computer from their often damaging effects.